Hey guys, and welcome back to the Gran Turismo 4 Żółteks only challenge. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, I highly recommend you go watch them first. Anyways, I welcome you back to the world of Gran Turismo 4. Welcome back to Żółteks only challenge, a series that's probably gonna be ripped off by someone big like Yellowbird without them even knowing. Anyways, let's go to the garage and check if we have a naturally aspirated car. C-Streaks, that's how it's correctly spelled. Naturally aspirated. None of this naturally aspired bullshit. Anyways, it doesn't seem like any of the naturally aspirated cars I already used are really that quick. As for these three, one is a Pomarańczek, one is a Żółteks, and I'm definitely not gonna be using the Midget 2 for this. No, absolutely not. Really? Not even the S4 is usable? Well, I don't have any naturally aspirated Żółteks in my garage that I haven't already used. So, I guess I have to buy one. And where else other than in the absolutely biased of a country in this game that is Japan? Looking through all my options, to me anyway, it looks like the S2000 is the best option. Or you know what, scratch that, I'm going in the S2000 Type V. And it's for a reasonable price too. Of course I bought it in yellow, otherwise it'd be completely ineligible in any of the events I'm about to race it in, and in the challenge in general. Anyways, with that being said, a naturally aspirated car has been acquired. Anyways, let's go race other naturally aspirated cars. The first race is at Infineon Sports Car Course. So let's see how I do. Starting off weak, as it looks like I do not have the acceleration advantage here. But that's okay, as I managed to catch up to this Pontiac GTO on the first corner. And then I overtook it simply by not accelerating on the next one. However, I was not in the clear yet as the GTO tried to overtake me back. But honestly, that's pretty much it on the GTO's end. Anyways, I tried to catch up to the BMW M3 on this corner, but as you can tell, the overtake wasn't really successful. But that's not to say catching up to it or the S4 was impossible, as I was easily able to overtake the said S4 on the braking zone. And then simply after carrying on Turan's legacy, I was easily able to catch the M3 and overtake it as well. However, third place is not gonna cut it for me, so I decided to somewhat close in the gap between SVT and the colorway by simply wall grinding that final braking zone. Now, I did catch up somewhat, but it wasn't really enough to actually overtake either of them. And same can be said about this uphill braking zone. I don't really know what to call it. But then after that, by simply not braking, the colorway has been beaten. And then it took me a while to catch up to the SVT mobile, but once I did catch up to it, it was really easy to overtake it. It might still be on my tail, but that isn't something a Turan-style wall grind cannot fix, allowing me to successfully secure the lead even when severely underpowered, meaning that I get to earn 7,500 credits as a reward. Now look, I know interrupting the action isn't something you know me for, but I just wanted to let you know that the second race ended up being a massive roadblock for the bone stock S2000. Now, unlike the typical challenge run YouTuber, I'm not just gonna make this out to be a bigger problem than it actually is. If anything, I just need to tune the car, that's all. Oh, and I didn't really capture it, but I unlocked George V. Paris. Anyways, it's tuning time. Oh. Damn, the tuning potential's weak. Anyways, apart from that, I also decided to apply the racing chip, nitrous, because it always happens to be really useful in the hands of the player, and weight reduction stage 1 to make the car feel somewhat better. And before the T-Con G clones start yelling at me in the comment section, Fine, I'll also apply the GT Auto rear wing. A bit of a behind the scenes addition to the video, but like, being honest, I've never actually seen this confirmation message, like, ever. Anyways, with me actually solving the whole being underpowered and not having much handling situation, yeah, back to the action. The second race is at Apricot Hill Reverse. Immediately, I get smacked in the face by the realization that rolling starts result in wheel spin now. The first corner came around and what I thought was gonna be my biggest challenger goes down without a fight. Then on the braking zone, I managed to easily pull out this maneuver and overtake everybody, even if the Audi S4 did not really want to give up its position. My question is, what the hell even is this difficulty curve? I get completely destroyed when driving the car bone stock, but the second I apply literally any upgrade, the races become ridiculously easy. And I don't think there really is a point in me repeating myself for the crossing the finish line segment. Just like that, another 7,500 credits into my pockets. The third race is at Twin Ring Motegi Road Course. Immediately I tried to catch the Camaro in front of me but did not really succeed in doing that. I mean, yeah, I did catch up to it somewhat, but not really enough to overtake it. Or at least that was true until I used the nitrous, which even though I had to brake, I easily overtook the Camaro. After that, Mavis and Marzo from 2000 Spirits were both easily overtaken on the next braking zone. Now the question is, am I gonna drive normally to try to catch up to the other two cars? If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Absolutely not. I easily shortcut my way into first place and yeah, that's it. There isn't really anything else noteworthy about this race, other than me showing you how time beneficial those shortcuts really are. And they are so time beneficial in fact that not even the absolute handling god that is the TVR Cerbera Speed 6 was able to keep up with me. So in other words, nothing happened after I overtook the leading cars, allowing me to earn my well-deserved 7,500 credits. The fourth race is at Special Stage Route 5 Reverse. The AI may have left me behind on the straight, but I'm pretty sure that they forgot that I can just easily wall grind this corner and easily catch up to them. And that same maneuver also allows me to climb up to second place. Then after that, I tried to do everything in my power to catch up to the Spira. And I've gotta say, Hyper did a really good job with that new paint job of his. But maybe instead of paying a tribute to Terran, he should have focused more on giving it power. Because my underpowered as hell S2000 was easily able to catch up to it on the long corner. And even though he pulled away from me on the straight, he didn't take into consideration that I'm an actual Terran tributor and managed to easily wall grind my way into first place. Overall, I see this as an absolute win. And I didn't even break a sweat keeping the first place, allowing me to earn another 7,500 credits. The fifth and the final race is at Trial Mountain. The first corner came around and I managed to easily overtake the Cerbera Speed 6 and the Callaway. And thanks to my now superior handling, the Tamora, the S4 and the Camaro were all overtaken very easily. And as usual, that's pretty much everything notable that happened on my end, leaving the rest of the cars to have an actually pretty tense battle against each other. But being completely honest here, you're not here to watch them, you're here to watch me. So I guess everyone has to settle for more footage of me doing the races, and easily winning at that, allowing me to financially recover from buying the Honda S2000. It wasn't enough to actually go back to 170k, but it was still something. And yeah, that's Race of NA Sports. Anyways, let's see what we get as a prize car for winning this event. Even though my enthusiasm is completely contradicting how I felt last episode. Well, it may not be what we need, but it's good to keep that positive attitude. Am I right? Into the garage to rot away. Now usually I would just, leave the other event for tomorrow, the day after recording the first bit, but fuck that. There isn't even a proper event for me to do in the S2000. I already completed Japan Championship, and it doesn't have a one-make event either. So that leaves me with no other choice. I was planning to leave the special conditions events for later, but yeah, the circumstances don't line up. And given how short these events actually are, I don't think there's really a point in leaving them for me to do tomorrow. So screw it, I'm gonna go beat it now. Now usually I would just greet the event with a "so let's see how I do." But being honest, is there really anything noteworthy about these special conditions events? Especially the Costa di Amalfi one? The race was so easy in fact that I don't even really feel like commentating it. Instead, here's a montage of me doing what Taran loved to do on this track.
Eyes don't shut, I dissipate into thin air, leaving no trace. Distant voice, not listening. Why don't you just save your breath? All of your words feel like a jail that blocks the sun and makes me stale. Not enough gold in all the world, so why have I surrendered to your abusive ways? The cracks have opened up through the core. Is there anywhere to go from here now? Sit with the lies consuming our souls. Give me one reason to take the breath we breathe for granted. Hold it so long that you forget to say.
And yeah, safe to say the race was really easy. I don't really know what else to say. Other than this was the easiest 5,000 credits I've earned. And the second race on the reverse layout was just as boring. So there really isn't anything to say other than back to the wall grinding montage.
But my tongue swallow the pain, a bit disturbed by these displays. Now we've got nothing to say, the silence growing delayed. So here we are drifting apart, neither willing to drop their guard. Haven't we got something to say? The distance growing delayed. From years and years of pain, the cracks go deeper than we can say. Let's take a good look at where we are now. Maybe the end's the start that we need. Give me one reason to take the breath we breathe for granted. Hold it in so long that you forget to say. Give me one reason to remain confined within the fences. Here with you and my soul on display.
But anyways, I just cruised to the finish line and won the race. And earned another 5,000 credits. And yeah, that's Capri Rally easy. Anyways, let's see what we get as a prize car for winning this event. Even though I'm pretty sure everybody already knows what we're gonna get. You know what? I'm actually gonna listen to its demands for once and not sell it. Instead, it gets to chill in the garage with every other car I own. And that's about it for today. I know this episode might be a little underwhelming with what we've done compared to every other episode before it, but it'll just be like that sometimes. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in episode 11.